Hi guys, welcome back. This is Jasmine of Jasmine Creates. Sorry if this is a bit late because I was in holiday and I don't have time to clean the video, but here it is, my next blog about the masterclass with Eudes Correia, a Brazilian artist who's living in Europe and also an ambassador of Windsor and Newton. On my way to the masterclass of Eudes Correia. So first coffee, my bag is again heavy. I need to be there before 2 o'clock. So yeah, I'll see you there. So first I polish my nail because I forgot to clean my nail yesterday. So I just put some nail polish. Okay, I'm finally in the train, and normally when I'm in the train I would like to be with people. I want to have some people around me because I always like to sketch when I'm in the train. So if you see me one time in the train, be careful because for sure I'm gonna sketch you. So this is, by the way, an empty cup. I just sketch it with my waterproof brush pen. I still have it right now. I keep it, and also I always bring postcard watercolor and I sketch on it and then I give it away to stranger or to the one I sketch, and just for a souvenir. So I'm here in the bus station waiting for my bus to Artifact. This is, by the way, in the station. Here.
Ik vind die vingers zo knap, hè? Ja. Het is gewoon, ja, uitsparen, ja. Dames, willen beginnen?
We're starting. For the same colors. I look organized with my work when you come here, but after you see that not now. I will after and we stop with gray color here. This is when I need to paint people. I look just shadow and light. Here, the eyes will not point up, just down. And here.
Let me give me
a lot of water. And start to make a little bit here. Here too. Okay. You put color just in that part like this.
So that's the masterclass of Eudes Correia, and as of my observation, I noticed that he used a lot of turquoise or teal color on his work, and also with complementing color with orange and warm tone like orange or red. And I also noticed that he used a very non-traditional way of watercolor painting, very loose, and I love it because it's so magical. If you see how the water works on his palette and also on his watercolor paper, it's just amazing. So if you have a chance to have the workshop of Eudes Correia in your area, grab it because it's worth to visit, worth to join, and you really learn a lot. He's just so friendly and it's just cheerful way of teaching. I love it. Thank you again, Eudes, for this, and I'm gonna keep this for the rest of my life. And thank you for choosing me to be part of this masterclass because it's only 10 participants who are allowed to join him, and I was one of them. I'm so grateful to be part of this. And luckily, I was also invited to join them after the masterclass to have some drinks. So here we are. Unfortunately, I don't have time to sketch, but I was the one also working for Eudes Correia Netherlands, as you all know. I'm the one who make videos, and Robert Ross from Windsor and Newton is the one who interview him for the live stream for Eudes Correia Netherlands. So it's funny because we are signing his sketchbook. This is the sketchbook that he used, and he owned this one. It's also his own brand, and we signed on it on the sketch, on the urban sketching that he made. If you're curious about how did he make this sketch, you can find it on Urban Sketcher Netherlands Instagram. So if you are curious about the live stream, urban sketching live stream with Eudes Correia, you can find it on Instagram. The link is, you can find it on the description below. It's on Urban Sketcher Netherlands Instagram. And also, if you're curious about the sketchbook that he used here, and also that one I use, it's available. It's for sale on his website from Eudes Correia. The link will be found also on the description below. And more about Eudes Correia, you can find it on Facebook and also Instagram. You can search him. He's active on Instagram, and he's always active sketching also on location. So if you are curious, follow him on Instagram. All the information will be found on the description.
Everyone needs to apply for that, and I don't know if he's willing to, because I think he's around.
So here is my trial. I think I did like 4 times or 5 times trial of this technique. Is the sketchbook that I used. Also the same thing, it's a watercolor from Winsor & Newton, also paper 300 GSM, so very high quality watercolor paper. And also the paint that I use here is also from Winsor & Newton professional watercolor paper. So when I was watching Eudes Correia on his watercolor masterclass, it looks so easy, but actually, honestly, it's not. I still need to control my water. It's still difficult. I think watercolor is really difficult to control, but it takes more practice. And today I am showing you my sketch from the masterclass of Eudes Correia last 4th of August 2021. And as you all know, on my Instagram, I already sketched 3 or 4 times this subject. I'm still not really contented with this, if I say it like that, because I'm still doing it the way I do it. And actually, it's not really what I want to achieve on this sketch. So as you can see, I first do it here. This is the sketch that I made on during the masterclass of Eudes. This is how I sketch it. And it's just, you know, to familiarize what I should do on the sketch, or the layering and things like that. Also to learn more the subject that I'm gonna go sketching. And then here is the things that I get from Eudes. This is the paper that he used also to practice that day. So just for reference purposes, so it's there, and it's easy also to learn from me, because we didn't really have time to paint that day because we learned a lot. We watched him doing it. This is what he did last time, and this is the color that he normally used to mix with portrait. So it's red, orange, alizarin, and cobalt. This is his portrait color, the skin color. And yeah, and then we also learn how to focus first the contrast, also the shadows and the light, locate where is the shadow, where is the light, and also how to behave your color, how you watercolor. So this is what he showed, also how he touched blue with this yellow, and how the yellow touched the red. So it's really interesting things to see, but sometimes you underestimate it, but it's really very important if you want to play with watercolor. So that's great things that I keep this myself. It's also easy for me to remember it. This is, by the way, the second one, and this is the first one. Yeah, this is the first one. If you can see, it's still flat, and it's still not, I still don't understand how it works. So yeah, this is the first one, and then this is the second one. It's a great process. I learned already on this stage. So then I decided to sketch on a sketchbook. This is the fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th attempt. And I didn't paint here because it's not really a watercolor paper. So I did it here. This is the 4th attempt. And as you can see, it's much better than the other one, much lighter, but it's also much more loose. But I still work a lot with my water here, and I try to minimize that on this and the 5th and the final trial, and hopefully this is gonna be better. So I'm gonna show it to you here. I'm gonna sketch here. This is, by the way, a sketchbook from Eudes Correia. He also sells this on his website. If you are interested, you can check his website. So with sketching here, I tried to focus first with big shapes and then with the details. I don't really do any shading, too much shading, because like what Udo said, it's more about the painting who's gonna do the most of the work, and the sketch is just a guideline. And here is the last attempt that I made. It's getting more better. It's but I think I went too far with this. It's fighting the style of Eudes and also my style, I think. But it's nice to learn his way, and I think in the end it's still gonna be my way, my technique. But I pick up something that I can use for my technique. So here is the things that I wanted to try again on my own photograph. This is, by the way, the reference photo that I use here is from unsplash.com, so you can find it there. So here I'm trying to do sketching people, so not really portrait, and I like it more. I like this one more than just a normal portrait. And a tip for you, if you follow any master classes of any workshop, don't forget to practice it at home before you sleep, or before don't wait for next week to practice it, because you will forget all the details or the information there, and it's better to apply immediately what you learned from the master class or for the workshops. So coming up next, a sketchbook tour. It means I'm gonna show you page by page my sketchbook that I just finished from Koval Sketchbook. See you there. Have a nice day. Bye.